Let's work through a few problems to help you prepare for the Unit 5 test. Here are the topics that we're going to cover. Let's start with write linear equations in slope-intercept form. So for example, you could start with this graph and I could ask you write the equation of this function in slope-intercept form. Remember that slope-intercept form is y equals mx plus b, where m is the slope of the line and b is the y-intercept. If you're given a graph like this and it's labeled so nicely, you can find the y-intercept. It's where it crosses the y-axis, and in this case the value of b is going to be -4. So just take a moment and write out what you know. You now know it's going to be y equals mx plus -4. You can clean that up a little bit and make it y equals mx minus 4. Now we're looking for the slope of this line. The only thing left for us to do is find the m value. To find the m value, we're going to use 2 points, and we have 2, 0, and 0, -4. Remember that slope is equal to y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. In this case, we'll label this one, let's make this one x2, y2, and we'll make this point right here x1, y1. So if we fill in the blanks there, y2 is going to be 0, and y1 is going to be -4. Make sure you have minus the negative there. And then you're going to have x2, which is 2, and you're going to subtract 0. The slope in this case is going to be 0 minus -4, which is 4 over 2. So the slope is going to be 2. Another way to see this is that you're going, how far up are you going for every unit over you go? And you're going up 4 units, and you're going over 2 units. 4 over 2 is 2. So now you take this value and you plug it in right there. So the equation is going to be now y equals 2x minus 4. There's the equation of the line in slope-intercept form. Our second topic is write a linear equation given a slope and a point. And this is a little different because in this example, you're given the intercept. Now you're given the slope and any point. It's a little bit more challenging, but not much. So for example, let's say I told you that you had a line with slope 2/3. And we know it passed through the point. Let's pick a fun one. How about -1, 5? Well, we know with slope-intercept form, y equals mx plus b, that the equation is going to be y equals 2/3 x plus b. All we need to find now is the b value, which we haven't been given, but we can find. And we find the b value by taking this point and plugging it in to that equation. We know that that is the y value right there, and that's the x value of a point. So we're going to say 5 is equal to 2/3 times -1 plus b. So 5 is equal to -2/3 plus b. Add 2/3 to both sides, so we get 5 plus 2/3 is equal to b. We know that to turn 5 into thirds, we multiply by 3 over 3. So we end up with 15/3 plus 2/3 is equal to b. So b is equal to 17 over 3. We just found out that it crosses the y-axis at 17 over 3, which we can now plug into our b value. So our final equation is going to be y equals 2/3 x plus 17 over 3. And again, that's in slope-intercept form. Our third topic is write linear equations given 2 points. And this is just adding one more level of difficulty. It's very similar to what we just did right here, except instead of being given the slope, we have to find the slope first. So let's come up with 2 points. Let's say the first point is, let's say -1, 3. So that's not the slope, excuse me. That's point 1. And let's say point 2 is 5, 6. So let's find the slope. Let's call this one right here x1, y1, and we'll call this one x2, y2. And remember that slope is y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. So we're going to have 6 minus 3 over 5 minus -1. Be careful of double negative. You have to subtract the -1. So it's going to be 3 over 6, which is 1/2. We now know the slope and 2 points, so this is even more information than we needed before, which gave us a slope and 1 point. So we're going to start with y equals mx plus b, and we know the slope is a half, so it's going to be 1/2 x plus plus b. Now, to finish, we just need to find the b value. To find the b value, we're going to plug in either point. I'm going to plug in, let's say, -1, 3, because those are smaller values. If I plug that point in, it's going to be 3 is equal to 1/2 times -1 plus b. So 3 is equal to -1/2 plus b. You're going to add 1/2 to both sides, so it's 3 plus 1/2 equals b. Multiply this by 2/2 to get that into halves. So you have 6/2 plus 1/2 is equal to b. So b is going to be equal to 7/2. We now can take this value and plug it into our b value, leaving us with y is equal to 1/2 x plus 7/2. So we just found the equation of this line starting with 2 points by finding the slope and then finding the b value. We're going to jump to 5.5, point slope form of a linear equation. And this was the equation y minus y1 is equal to m times x minus x1, where m is equal to the slope and x1, y1 is equal to any point on the line. This is helpful because once you get to find any point and have the slope, you're essentially done. You don't have to go any further. So let's say I said the slope of a line is 1/7, and the point it goes through is 1,9. So you can just literally plug this in. So it's going to be y minus 9, because the 9 is the y value of the 1 point we know, equals 1/7 times x minus 1, because 1 is the x value. The 9 went right there, the 1 went right there, and the 1/7 went right there. Let's do another example. Let's say the m value was -5/4, and it went through the point 2, 7. You would just have y minus 7 is equal to -5/4 times x minus 2. If I said if I didn't specify what form to put the line in, you could just say, this is the final answer. You don't have to go any further. But if I said, write this in point slope form, you'd have to stop here. But maybe I would ask you to put it into slope-intercept form. This is not slope-intercept form. Slope-intercept form would be y equals mx plus b. If we want to write it in slope-intercept form, we need to isolate y. So we could distribute y minus equals -5/4 times x, and then it's going to be -5/4 times -2. It's going to be positive. So y minus 7 is equal to -5/4 x plus 10/4. Now we just need to add 7. So we have -5/4 x plus 10/4 plus 7. To add fractions, we need a common denominator, so we need to multiply the 7 by 4/4. So you're going to end up with y is equal to -5/4 x plus 10/4 plus 28/4. So y is equal to -5/4 x plus 38/4. And you can go a little further because 38 and 4 are both even, so you can divide by 2. So you get y is equal to -5/4 x plus 19/2. So again, this is point slope form right here. Point slope form, because all you need is a point and a slope. This video covers the 4 of the 6 topics. Write linear equations in slope-intercept form. Write linear equations given slope and a point. Same thing, but given 2 points. And then using the point-slope form of a line. In the next video, I'll talk about fitting a line to data and predicting with linear models. I hope you found this video helpful.